The process of getting used to something happens unconsciously. With constant repetition, we develop habits. However, we may become unable to control some harmful habits with our minds. For example, when you keep repeating the habit of smoking, it means that your body now knows how to do it better than you do. The brain records what we are used to. In short, the brain records the past. When people wake up to a new day, they start thinking about their problems. These problems are stored in our memory. Each of the records in our memory expresses a connection to people and events at certain places and times in the past. The brain is a record of the past. When people start a new day, they actually start in the past. When we start thinking about our problems from memory records, we start the new day unhappy. How you feel and how you think determines your posture at that moment. So we have to control our mind so that if we start our new day in the past, our past will determine our whole posture and being. What does that mean? What you have experienced in the past determines your future. When you start a new day, you immediately pick up your phone. You scroll through social media and waste your time. You wait for messages from your friends and even become addicted to them. You reconnect with the same things on a new day. You do what you know is required by a series of routinized behaviors. You get out of bed in the morning and go to the toilet. You have breakfast and go to work and do the same things. You press the buttons of the same emotions, and it becomes a routine. It's almost like a computer program. You have lost your free will and handed over the remote control to a program. Furthermore, you are not the victim of an unseen hand. It is already ingrained in our mind to alter these superfluous circuits. By the age of 35, a person's memories, deeply established emotional responses, deeply embedded behaviors, unconscious habits, deeply ingrained attitudes, beliefs, and perceptions make up 95% of who they are. These also function similarly to a computer program. Even if this individual states, "I want to be healthy, happy, and free," their body will still function in accordance with the program that has been implanted in it, with the remaining 5% of awareness. Therefore, how can we alter? How should we begin? We turn to meditation in order to begin functioning behind the analytical mind, which divides awareness from the subconscious mind. Because meditation may alter brainwaves, slowing them down, and because the procedure can start if this is done correctly. Thus, major adjustments are feasible. Most individuals are waiting for something to change: a tragedy, a crisis, a trauma, an illness, a diagnosis, or a loss. I have a question for you. Why are you waiting? Change doesn't have to be a difficult process. It may occur early in life when you're content and joyous. It's interesting to note that individuals tend to lock in on the sources of their strongest emotional response when they wake up in the morning. The brain instantly captures an image of the emotion-causing object by focusing all of its attention on it at that precise time. This is referred to as memory. Thus, long-lasting memories are created by experiences that are very emotional. In this instance, a person feels chemically inside the confines of this emotion and thinks neurologically within the circuits of this experience. As a result, people respond emotionally to someone or something. Many people believe that these emotions are beyond their control. We refer to a short period of emotional reaction as a period of numbness. If it lasts for hours or days, we call it a mood. When you ask someone, "How are you?" they might say, "I'm not in a good mood." If you follow up with, "Why?" they might respond, "This happened to me 5 days ago." In this case, it's an extended emotional response. If the person behaves this way for weeks or months, we refer to it as temperament. When you ask, "Why are you so irritable?" they might say, "This happened to me 9 months ago." If this emotional response persists for years, we call it a personality trait. The true process of transformation begins when we learn to shorten what we refer to as the numbness period of emotional reactions. When an incident becomes deeply ingrained in someone's memory, they repeatedly recall and replay it. This triggers the release of stress hormones and activates the "watch out" instinct, a natural survival mechanism. It's the mind's way of preparing for similar situations in the future. Most individuals struggle and live under stress for 70% of their lives, driven by the need to survive. They cling fearfully to the worst possible scenario, which they have chosen from the limitless options available in the quantum field. They do this by filtering their options through past experiences, narrowing their focus to the worst-case scenario. This mental fixation eventually instills fear within their bodies. If repeated often enough, the body reacts with a panic attack, which becomes inevitable. This entire process operates on a subconscious level, like an ingrained software. If you ask why I am like this, because this happened to me at this time, 15 or 20 years ago, this individual will respond. Moreover, biological evidence indicates that nothing has altered since it occurred. The encounter triggers an emotional response that rapidly energizes the body and brain. Addiction to the energy generated by this feeling occurs in people. They repeatedly justify their boundaries by pointing to their issues and life situations. So they feel something, at least. The same chemicals are produced in their bodies and brains each time they remember the same experience. They seem to be reliving the incident. They so turn on the same circuits. Thus, they keep the body stuck in the same emotional condition. The key concept here is that your body becomes your unconscious mind. It is incapable of distinguishing between what is real and your imagination. Your body thinks that it generates reality rapidly and accepts what you envision as true. If you allow yourself to get enmeshed in this pattern, your body will hold you in the past. Making different decisions than you did the day before is the most difficult aspect of change. When the moment comes to make a decision that differs from your usual course of action, prepare yourself for the uncomfortable ride. Furthermore, it becomes imprinted because you continually turning on the same circuits. Thus, the software launches at the moment the idea occurs to mind. The concept is followed by a feeling. Your body reacts to a frightening concept by shuddering, and your brain signals to your body, "Yes, I detect fear." And it sets off new ideas, this time related to the dread. This cycle repeats itself often enough to shape the body and make the situation automatic. When the timing is right, the individual shifts into change mode, makes a new decision, and feels different from their previous behavior. However, the body asserts, "You have 35 years of experience doing this. What does it mean you won't be hurting now? Don't you think it's wrong? Will you not be embarrassed? Will you not be upset?" The body yearns to return to the comfortable surroundings. This moment, the body takes control of the mind and attempts to revert you to your previous state of being by instilling ideas such as, "You will never change. You look like your mother." To put it briefly, while it is challenging to stop the body from taking over automatically, the cycle may be broken. And that individual will go through the same sensations and feelings if he returns to his previous decisions and routines. The unconscious mind is the body, and the body becomes memory. Let's say you sit down and start having bad nightmares about the future. You begin to experience the related feelings. Your body is incapable of realizing that this is all just a dream. It is unaware that this is what you are afraid of. The majority of individuals repeatedly experience the same emotions. Even if people claim, "I really want to change," their bodies win out and oppose their minds when it comes time to alter that emotion, due to its extreme conditioning. Because they can see it coming, the person who wishes to change experiences remorse and suffering. Most individuals find it frightening to be unknown since it does not encourage confidence. I hear people tell me things like, "I don't know my future. I can't predict it." In response, I say, creating your future from the unknown, not from the known, is the best way to predict it. Which ideas do you want to spark in your mind? What kinds of deeds and mannerisms would you want to possess eventually? Because the brain cannot distinguish between reality and fantasy, when you actively practice while keeping your eyes closed, it begins to form new neural connections in your brain, as if the experience were genuine. Your brain starts to function as a map of the future, rather than the blueprint of the past. Furthermore, you are altering your brain's programming if you continue in this manner. Who knows? Maybe you'll start behaving happier. Getting our bodies to take charge and make them emotionally experience the future is, in my opinion, the toughest aspect. What does it mean? You feel strong now, not when you're successful. To feel affluent, you have to have a fortune right away. It's exciting to be in a fresh relationship and feel cherished. It's the classic cause and effect concept, where we wait for an external change before changing our names internally, or investigate the reason if we are excellent on the inside. However, this viewpoint is based on the Newtonian universe. People generally live their whole lives with a sense of unfulfilled expectation that something outside of themselves will alter. This is the Newtonian world's predictability of the future. Nevertheless, quantum reality is distinct. An effect results from a cause. The truth is that, for example, when you start feeling wealthy, you start becoming wealthier. When you start feeling confident, you start moving toward achievement. And when you start feeling well, you start getting better. And you are building something corresponding if you love life and yourself. You are bringing about a result. Living as a victim? I feel like this. I think like this. Because this happened to me because of this person, or this happened to me because of that person. This idea is altered if you construct your own universe. We really begin designing our own lives when we declare, "My thoughts and feelings are going to make a change in my life." This modifies the game. And we think it's true. Your life becomes predictable, and you are left with just recollections of the past if you are not characterized by a vision of the future. If your personal reality is shaping your personality instead of your personality shaping your personal reality, and you wake up in the morning seeing the same people, going to the same places, and doing the same things at exactly the same time, then you are not defined by a vision of the future. Your thoughts and emotions are really subtly influenced by your surroundings, because your brain has a neurological imprint from every location, person, and event you have. Every interaction you have with a person elicits a feeling. For this reason, some individuals confirm their addiction to judgment by using their superiors. They reinforce their hatred addiction by using their adversaries. They reinforce their addiction to misery by using their pals. They now need external stimuli in order to feel anything. Therefore, to transform is to rise beyond one's surroundings and transcend the circumstances that surround us. Then, meditation is what we need. Let's take a seat, shut our eyes, and turn out the outside world. Your brain receives less stimulus when you see less. Your brain receives less sensory information when you wear earplugs or listen to muted music. In other words, you are not present in your surroundings. It would be beneficial if you could sit down and instruct your body to remain in an animal training position. You are free to check your emails and send as many texts as you want after we are through. However, you will sit there and obey mana for the time being. When executed correctly, there is no taste, smell, or eating involved. Nothing exists that you might refer to as experience or feeling. As a result, you should focus your energy there. When you recognize that your body is trying to return to an emotional memory, And that's where your attention is directed. You are aware that you are channeling your energy from the present to the past at the same time. Your body is telling you, it's 8 o'clock. Normally you're bored at this time and you're in traffic during this time. So you're drawing yourself back to the present. You're simply sitting here, but you're not following the timetable, and we're accustomed to becoming angry. You often check your emails around 11 o'clock and pass judgment on people at that time, he explains. Your body searches for this steady chemical state each time it detects that you're doing this. You sit in the present moment that your body is searching for. You are no longer my mind, you tell the body. And as a result, your willpower surpasses the program. Additionally, if you repeatedly practice something like training a dog, your body will ultimately decide to simply sit. And at that point, the body surpasses the program in strength. And the body loses control of the intellect at that point. Energy is released with the body's ultimate surrender. We shift from matter to energy, from particle to wave, and we break free from the emotional bonds that confine us to the comfortable past. We have hundreds of examples of this. Because your current life is a reflection of your ideas, emotions, and decisions. Additionally, this mirror has potential that is ready to be sculpted every day. You have a chance to start again every moment of your life. Each of us have the ability to free ourselves from the bonds of the past, no matter how strong they may be. You will wake up one morning to the murmur of your inner quiet guide saying, "Choose to do something different today." You'll feel as if you can turn a whole new page in your life on that day. You will become a creator of the future rather than a prisoner of the past. Considering that the human mind is supreme over all its thoughts, true transformation begins on the inside and grows like a seed. That seed will sprout into something greater and radiate light into the deepest corners if it is nourished with love, compassion, and bravery. Always keep in mind that every idea is the start of a journey. Fear-driven thoughts will only take you down pathways that are limited. However, every idea you mold with love, hope, and trust opens up new possibilities for you. What type of seed will you sow for your future today? See yourself in a powerful, loving, and liberated future. Imagine this future, fill in the details, and experience it as if you were living there. Both your body and brain will adjust to this new normal. Over time, anything you can think of becomes a tangible aspect of your existence. The key to creating is this: when you allow your imagination run wild and get over your fear of change, true miracles may happen. Take a big breath now. This might be the turning point in your life. Which road you choose to take is entirely up to you. Choose your next action carefully, firmly, and compassionately. Since every step you take will get you closer to the promising future you see. And never forget, the past has simply served to remind you of who you are. It has not directed you. The future is only waiting for you to inspire it. Make a miracle for yourself, because each day adds a new chapter to the narrative of your life. You have total control over how you populate that page. Set aside the shadows of the past, because every shade points to a light source just ahead of you. That light represents your creative potential, your inner strength. Remind yourself that even the most amazing journeys start with a single step if you are hesitant to take action. The universe starts to react to you when you take that initial step, even if you have no idea where life will lead you. As you go forward, doors open, barriers vanish, and chances arise. Your life is shaped by every step you take, much like a little drop of water that feeds a river. And when that river runs unhindered, it goes past all impediments and reaches the sea. Take a minute to pause and tune in to your inner quiet. something will start to stir within of you. This stirring is who you really are. It is your boundless potential, unbounded by limitations and worries. Have faith in it. You possess a spark of power that has the ability to change your life. And when you take that brave step, that spark will ignite. And keep in mind that change is not always easy or flawless. Along the journey, you can trip and fall and run across problems. However, these challenges are meant to educate you how to go forward more forcefully, rather than to stop you. Every setback and challenge serves as a training ground for your subsequent successes. Please don't lose hope or give up. When you finally look back, you'll realize that even the most trying times gave you the most important things to learn. Those were the times when you could have developed the biggest miracle, the miracle of self-discovery, the miracle of realizing your own power, and the miracle of intentionally crafting your life will then become apparent to you. The timing is perfect to go back to work now. Trusting in your own creative potential, make thoughtful and compassionate decisions every minute of every day. Take charge of your life and chart your own path. Begin constructing the future you want to see now. Because the ideas, attitudes, and deeds you commit to today will determine your future. Have faith and confidence in yourself. There is so much that you can offer the world. Your dreams are waiting for you. They are more than simply wishes. To attain them, all you have to do is act bravely and maintain your faith. Consider each and every minute of your life as a magnificent journey. Discover something new every step of the way. See the good in every setback, and acknowledge every accomplishment. Because living life to the fullest, rather than merely surviving, is ultimately the true goal of existence. Cherish each moment, give life to each moment, and feel each moment. Recall that you are the mastermind behind your own healing, and this globe has a future that is just waiting for your imaginative light to shine upon it. Act today to create that future, and make yourself the protagonist of your own tale. Become the protagonist of your own narrative, because the world is full of untapped potential just waiting to be unlocked for you. There is only one life to live, and each moment is a chance. So how are you going to take advantage of this? Which choice will you choose from the many alternatives that are provided to you each morning as you open your eyes to a new day? You get an opportunity to start again every day. Release the burden of the past and take control of your own destiny. There are moments when your inner doubts and worries try to stop you, but keep in mind that fear is not reality. It is only an illusion. The most crucial step on the path to inner liberation is conquering fear. You have never taken this way before. What if you fail? Fear may talk to you, but face it head-on and say, "Yes, I haven't been there before, but it's time for me to take this path." Growth always starts with the unknown. You could sometimes feel alone when traveling. However, your inner guidance is always there to help you, even in difficult situations. In silence, pay attention to the inner guidance that comes from the deepest recesses of your heart. Your truth is that voice. The cosmos is communicating to you via that voice, and you'll always follow that voice's guidance when you need it. The ability to be creative may transform your life. You are using one of the most powerful tools in the universe when you design your own future: your imagination. Your imagination is an endless source of guidance. It is the compass that will lead you to the best chances and your maximum potential. Thus, embrace your aspirations without fear. Hold on to them and allow your aspirations to come true. You begin to create true miracles in your inner world when you release your attachment to the outside world. Your body adjusts to new neural connections as they arise in the mind. You go closer to the future with each new idea and emotion that arises. Dreamers will not be the only ones in the future. Those who pursue their ambitions will also be winners. It's time to stop looking back and start moving ahead with confidence. You underestimate your strength. Have faith in the strength that has always been within of you. That strength will help you locate your light even in the darkest periods and will carry you through even the most trying circumstances. And that's when your life starts to take the significant turn you've been waiting for. Being attentive at all times is the best way to live, since it is the ultimate life instructor. A mountain climber experiences fatigue, hardship, and sometimes needs to retrace their steps in order to reach the peak. But he always finds the courage to stand again because he is driven to achieve the pinnacle. You are ascending to the top of yourself. You are getting closer to that breathtaking vision, inner calm, and accomplishment with each step and effort. You will realize at the summit that all of your struggles and efforts have made you stronger. Take a big breath now. Your breath is moving the whole cosmos. Your future is one breath at a time. It's your time right now. You are the traveler on this voyage. All it takes to create your own miracle is your own hands. Are you prepared to achieve your goals? If so, consider the following. What can I do now for my future? And locate your response, since each instant adds a brick to your future. You are getting closer to that bright future with every thought and every deed. Have faith in yourself, because the universe is on your side. Write the greatest chapter of your life right now. There is so much that you can offer the world. Now is the moment to shine your light, realize your potential, and take control of your own fate. Never forget that miracles are constantly present. Remember, every new day is an opportunity to create a miracle, and you hold the key to that miracle. Subscribe to my channel to be informed about our other videos. Goodbye for now.